Hello there, cool cats and kittens. Let me introduce to you For Honor, a third-person 4v4 fighter game set in medieval times. Witness glorious battles between samurais, knights, Vikings, and Wulin. There's also an Egyptian hero, an Arabian hero, Aztec, and a Chinese pirate. A flippin' Chinese pirate. Random? Yeah, trust me, we were not happy getting a Chinese pirate. Especially since she's a cunt. The objective of the game? To kill the other team. There are various game modes, but the most popular one is Dominion. Capture zones, kill enemy players and minions to gather points. When enough points have been gathered, the opposing team enters breaking, meaning sudden death. For Honor is truly one of my all-time favorite games. It is also one of the games I hate the most. Care? How can that be? Well, let me tell you, dear viewer. This game has perhaps one of the most well-designed combat system of any fighter type game. You have 3 guard directions from where you attack and block from. You have your standard light and heavy attacks. Some heroes also have unblockable attacks, undodgeable attacks, and also guard openers. Most attacks are also feintable. You also have something called feats. No, not those feats, silly baka. These feats, which are basically abilities. These range from doing damage, to healing, to running faster.
You captured Zone A.
Another thing that I find very cool about this game is that even though you're locked in on a person, your swings can still hit any unfortunate enemy or teammate standing in the way. There are of course more depth to each aspect, but the only way to really learn is through experience. But man child, I hear you ask, what happens if you find yourself alone and outnumbered? Well, when enough people touch you, and giggity, you can enter something called revenge. In this state, you get a full shield, your attacks are interruptible, and you have unlimited stamina. You basically go Super Saiyan. The combat is basically about reacting and predicting what the other people will do. This video from Circle Tunes is so fitting when I think about how For Honor combat can be.
I will reduce you to ash! This is your moment! He's going in for the actual hit!
All of these things makes for such an addictive and nuanced, and if the stars align, satisfying game. And now, the real reason why we play this game. The drip. Being able to customize the characters just elevates any game. Like, look at some of my people. I am very happy with how my Nabushi looks at the moment. We have this demon form. Imperial Guard, very nice. And Alice in Wonderland kind of vibes. I love this Highlander, looks so good. Kensei is just so super clean, very enjoyable. Angel of Death, regal, evil kinda looking, Space Marine. Bitch! I'm Iron Man. Which brings us to the cosplay aspect to it. What's more fun than playing a game dressed as characters from other games? These are just some random ones I pulled from Reddit. Shovel Knight? the flippin' Dragonborn, Ryuzu from Ghost of Tsushima, and any Mortal Kombat ninja. Gamers like to design looks. Makes us feel cool and pretty. Wow, man-child, that sounds like such a cool game. I will definitely check it out. Whoa! Hold your horses, dear people. I have to inform you that it's not all rainbows and unicorns over here. It's time to move on to the things that make my blood pressure rise. This game barely works. There's no other way to put it. Let's start with the floors and walls. They aren't as much corporeal as they are suggestions. Walk down some stairs wrong and you fall right through the world, banished to the shadow realm. Have someone push you hard enough and you face through the wall. Sometimes you're there for the rest of the match, or you get lucky and fall. Not even your camera's safe. Sometimes it can just fuck off to another side of the map, leaving you running around like a headless chicken. How about that revenge, huh? Nifty little thing, right? Wrong! Once upon a time, getting revenge meant doom for the opponents. Nowadays, it's a little more than a glorified T-pose. The best way to deal with revenge is to just keep swinging your weapons. The person in revenge will get overloaded, trying to parry all the unblockables, getting hugged, punched, and kicked. Just go apeshit, and it's too much for them. This next one is just so broken that it's actually funny. Remember that Aztec dude? His first feat is that when he dies, he becomes a ghost that can run around and resurrect wherever he wants. Now, normally this isn't really all that great. It's better to just respawn at spawn with full health rather than run around and wait. But most importantly, he can't hurt anyone. And what does Ubisoft do? Somehow, they make it so that he can hit you while being a ghost. It only lasted for 2 days, but the damage hath been done. Trust was shattered. I wasn't even surprised when I started to get hit out of nowhere. I was just like, oh Ubisoft, you silly goose. And how did they fix it? They just removed the character from the game for a couple of days. Problem solving at its finest. Take a look at this. This is a live image of the Ubisoft servers. If only it were so. If that was the case, then I would understand why this game's connection is such dog water. Some problems have, as far as I know, always been in the game. Problems like suddenly disconnecting from the game, taking forever to load, being stuck in loading screens, being stuck in spawn, other players and yourself lagging to Kingdom Come. I want to show you something. No explanation needed. Just look. 13 minutes to load a game that will maybe run just as long. Now, to be fair, it rarely happens that it takes so long. But every once in a while, it do be happening. Okay. Nothing is perfect. I'm not done yet! If you are so unfortunate as to lose a teammate in a match, there's little chance that you will get a new one. Fighting a 3v4 is so demoralizing, and my brain logs off for the rest of that match. Duh! How could I forget the glorious 15-minute ban whenever you leave a game? I hate that. I hate that shit so much. If I'm having a shit game, but I'm not ready to get off yet, I either have to sit through the game at the cost of my sanity, or stare at the main menu for 15 minutes. And you guessed it, sometimes when you get kicked from a game, you can suddenly find yourself with a ban. Now on to the juicy bits. Around August, when the new hero Sohei was released, the game just didn't work. The servers were all listed as all good, no problems at all. Lies and deception. You were lucky if you could even get into the game, even more so if you finished the game and got to reap the rewards. You see, after every game you get some currency, XP and some gear. And during this era of despair, if you would get this message after a match, you could kiss all those hard-earned shinies goodbye. The only reason to play this godforsaken game is to get loot, and you take it away. That sentence right there is a lie. When Ubisoft finally fixed this issue, they had the audacity to give us this. That is the haul for 2 to 3 games, not 2 to 3 weeks of unstable bullshittery. I'm just gonna keep that in. We are now in October, and we are once again finding ourselves in a poop hole. Less severe this time, but still makes the game less fun. There are so many freaking disconnects happening. You cannot play a game without losing some people. At any given point, some people will just get DDoSed. Or honestly, it could just be that this new wave of For Honor players are just bitch made. The slightest inconvenience in the fight and they'll just go, wow, I stubbed my toe, I am out. Bitches. Wow. This turned out more ranty than I expected. Wait, but man-child, I am confused. Do you like this game or not? Yesn't. Let me tell you what we call this game within the community. Cock and ball torture. Hold up. Let me explain. Obviously, torture is a bad thing, right? I mean, who would want to be tortured? However, there's still someone touching your cock and balls. So, it's kind of a win-win situation. Yes, we are all masochists in this game. So, there you have it. For Honor, in a nutshell, it's a total dumpster fire. But it is our special dumpster fire. It is safe to say that you will see a lot of this game on my channel. Thank you all for joining me today. Hope you've gained some insight into a near and dear game to me. And I hope to see you on this channel again.